This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
AVS Media Demo.
Papa Hotel Lima Echo November radio check.
Papa Echo November, good afternoon, read you 5.
Good afternoon, read you 5 as well, Papa Echo November.
The X-Zone radio and TV show is largely an opinion talk show. All opinions, comments, or statements of fact expressed by Rob McConnell's guests are strictly their own and are not to be construed as those of the X-Zone radio and TV show or in any manner endorsed by Rob McConnell, Relmar McConnell Media Company, Talkstar Radio Network, its affiliated stations, or employees.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X-Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Looking in your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I found is too good to be true. Standing here beside you, want so much to give you this love in my heart that I'm feeling for you.
Let them say we're crazy. I don't care about that. Put your hands in my...
Welcome back to the X-Zone, everyone. My name is Rob McConnell, coming to you from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Worldwide toll-free, 1-800-610-7035. Email xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger or Skype, X-Zone Radio TV, and our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. My guest this hour, X-Zone Nation, is a gentleman I had the first pleasure of meeting some 20 years ago. And over the last 20 years, each and every one of you have seen him on, Sci-Fi Channel, National Geographic Channel, the Travel Channel, the History Channel. And he's considered to be the foremost authority in the ancient astronaut field. You probably have guessed by now that my guest this hour is Giorgio Tsoukalos. And Giorgio, it's such a great pleasure talking to you again after all these years. You've been one busy person, and anyone who knows anything about ancient astronaut theory knows you because, as I said during the intro, you are the leading authority right now in that field.
Oh, get out of here. Thank you very much for his amazing introduction, and I'm glad to be back on the show, and I'm glad to hear that everything is well with you.
Giorgio, over the years, how much progress has there been in the proving to the non-believers that ancient astronauts really have been here thousands of years ago?
Well, I mean, absolutely nothing, because the pieces of evidence that we've had 20 years ago or 15 years ago are as valid as they are today. Some have been removed, some have been added. For example, that one lintel stone in Egypt at Dendera that looks like a helicopter or a tank and a UFO. that has for years, for decades, that has been considered to be, the smoking gun for ancient aliens. And the bottom line is that what we're looking at there is absolutely not what it seems to be, but there are in fact two hieroglyphs superimposed on each other in three different locations, thus creating something that looks like a helicopter, looks like a UFO, and looks like a tank, but they never were those three things ever. And, so things like that, to me, when you eliminate that piece of evidence, and I've done that already back in 2006, and people are still looking at that as a valid piece of evidence, then it's kind of unfortunate that nobody is doing the appropriate research to figure out what can be, which evidence is correct and which one isn't.
In your opinion, Giorgio, what is the smoking gun?
Well, there are multiple avenues that one can go with this answer. But personally, I do think that there's this one site in the highlands of the Andes on the border between Bolivia and Peru, and it's on the Bolivian side of Lake Titicaca. It's a site called Pumapunku. And there we have these massive pieces of stones, these monumental blocks that have been cut with incredible precision. And that, to me, archaeologists claim that was all done with nothing else but a bunch of copper tools and maybe with some chicken bones. And if you're inclined to subscribe to that, that's fine.
All right, we're going to have a little bit of a cliffhanger here, Giorgio, because I have to take my commercial break. Exonation. Ancient aliens, ancient astronauts. The truth is out there, and we're going to be talking to Giorgio more about that here in the X Zone as we continue from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Don't go away.
Just fall apart.
Modern Esoteric, Beyond Our Senses by Brad Olson, consummates the lifology story about where humanity originates. It is the lost continents, the primitive wisdom, the mythos of creation, and the rethinking of ancient history as we are taught in academia. There is much more to the story than what we have been told. As this is the first book in the Esoteric series, Modern Esoteric starts at the beginning of time and accelerates up to this modern age. Future Esoteric is book 2 in the series and takes a forward-looking position ahead of today with an open and honest examination of the ET issue and various unexplained phenomena. To discover the writings of author Brad Olson, visit www.bradolson.com. That's www.bradolson.com. Named one of the world's greatest psychics, Elizabeth Joyce is now giving readings worldwide via Skype. Elizabeth Joyce is recognized for her clairvoyant ability to help find missing persons, her analysis of dreams, past life regression work, mediumship, and her accurate predictions. Elizabeth has been a frequent guest on the X Zone radio show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, now for several years. For an appointment with Elizabeth Joyce, call 201-934-8986 or Skype at elizabeth.joyce. And for more information, you can always visit Elizabeth Joyce online at www.new-visions.com.
Do you have a dis-ease that you would like to alleviate through a natural means? Have you been contacted by angels, ghosts, or even extraterrestrials and want to validate these experiences? Or would you simply like to speak with someone who can help you find your life's purpose? I'm Dr. Joseph Mara, and I'm offering my services free of charge for first-time clients contacting me during the month of April. These free consultations include angel card readings, guided meditations, life coaching, and energy healing. If you have always wanted to explore these types of experiences but were skeptical or simply could not afford them, then take advantage of this free special offer. Contact me through my website, aguidinglight, spelled LITE.com, to schedule your consultation today. Until then, I offer you love, light, and laughter.
Well, I just got back from Roswell, where the aliens have been. And if you ask the feds the cause, well, they'll only lie again. Now I'm hunted by the gumshoes, and I'm wanted by the cops, 'cause they think that I might be the guy making circles in the crops. And I know that there's a conspiracy from the voices in my head. Elvis lives, that's clear to me. It's McCartney who is dead. And if the Mars men should come again and take me, I will go. I will take a trip on their rocket ship. God bless the UFO. Give JFK this message. It's the Cuban Army's fault. And I know that Dave Koresh is alive inside a vault. We've seen reports in papers of a guy who knows about a car that runs on chewing gum, but the Arabs rubbed him out. And we loudly warn that America is badly unprepared. With the Cold War through, we need something new that can get you good and scared. Do you wonder just who is warning you of conspiracies today? We're the ones who fill the rumor mill. We are the CIA.
And welcome back, everyone. This is the X Zone. My name is Rob McConnell. My very special guest is Giorgio Tsoukalos. And Giorgio, there's something happening in the desert between starting on the 9th of August, going all the way through the 11th of August. Michael Luckman was with us last week talking about it. And it's called Contact in the Desert. The website is www.contactinthedesert.net. And I understand you're going to be at that event.
Yes, I will, and so will a whole bunch of other people. I mean, it's going to be, if you ever wanted to meet half of the cast of Ancient Aliens, we're all going to be at that conference. It's going to be Stephen Greer, David Wilcock, Michael Tellinger, Jason Martell, William Henry, Michael Saya, David Serrata, Richard Dolan. I mean, it's going to be a Michael Cremo even.
Wow.
It's going to be a great event, and it's going to be in at the Joshua Tree Retreat Center from August 9th through 11th. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, get over to contactinthedesert.net and see what's up.
Why do you think, even today, you and I have been talking for the last 20 years about extraterrestrials, E.T. and the entire genre? It seems like everything is.
By the way, it hasn't been 20 years. It's been maybe about around 15 or so.
You're right. I've been doing I've been doing the show for 21 years.
We're not that old. We're old, but we're not that old.
All right. Thank you very much for correcting me. That kind of correction I'll go for any day of the week.
See, there you go.
but more and more people are wanting answers, Giorgio. They're not settling for the answers that the rumor mill has been dishing out over the years. And yet, with all the hard work that independent researchers and television shows like yours are doing in the field to get the answers out there, everything is the same way as it was when we first started talking about it, going back 15 years ago. There has been no significant find to help the believers.
That is correct. I absolutely agree with what we're saying. However, the fact that shows like Ancient Aliens, for example, now are on TV and they're fairly successful, that to me means that there is an insatiable curiosity out there. And, of course, there